Once I came to you because you talked a lot about the truth, and it surprised me. And I decided to come here to contribute to the future of humanity, in the hope that people would hear me. Actually, I've already said a lot. I thought that we had already parted forever. But why did I come back? I came because you mentioned the keepers. I was very surprised by this, because so few people know about them. People have lost the ability to think and see the obvious. After all, the activities of the keepers were always in plain sight. But they have blinded the people so that they cannot see them. And all of a sudden you started talking about them. And now, after such a long time, people know of their existence. You have my respect for that. I came here to tell this story in its entirety, because you are unlikely to tell it all as it is. I see that you have information, but I also see that you do not dare to tell everything. Many felt and understood that something was wrong with this world. There is a certain power that secretly operates and directs events. Whole conspiracy theories have been constructed. They referred to some families, clans, globalists, Freemasons, not realizing that these are also games. They are all just distractions. They too have been led to believe that they rule, that they have power. But when you look at those who are behind those who rule and advise them, everything becomes clear. Everything is secretive, covert, manipulative, and they always get what they want. You have no idea how many empires, countries, people have been destroyed by them, all because of the stupidity of those who follow their advice, just for power. They're Luciferians, Lucifer, or the Radiant One, who was once called El. It's a brutal story of the past, but it gives insight into today. And to this day, they rule the world. The games of this Radiant El continue to this day. He's long gone, but the games are still there. His disciples are still playing them. The so-called games of Lucifer, a game of light and shadows. There is such an expression. No one knows where it comes from. They manipulate the light by placing the shadows properly. No, I didn't say that correctly. They manipulate our perception of light by simply placing shadows in the right places. This would be a literal semantic translation. That's what was said about them. And do you know by whom? Someone who was more afraid of them than he was of his father. The greatest of the great. The wisest of the wise. Lucifer's youngest son, Comrade Yahweh. That's his direct speech. But no matter how cunning Yahweh was, they were still the wisest. For El recruited men as wise as himself for his army. The wisest men of the time. Do you know what they were called? The keepers of the truth. The great keepers. But they are the keepers of the truth, for they have kept the truth from the people.